7655.
Clear to Helsinki via the train 1 Mike departure, squawk 7655. Better to jump.
Good afternoon everybody, welcome back. I hope you're having a rather good weekend wherever you are in the world. It's pretty sunny in Oxfordshire at the moment, so very nice start to the bank holiday weekend, though a lot of rain due later on today as well, so changeable weather conditions, and we're live on the VATSIM network as always. MSFS 2024, SIM Update 5, and the mighty Fenix A321 dressed in our Osprey Airways livery. We're operating a flight today out of London Gatwick Airport, the recently updated MKVY scenery, which is really good. One of the best freeware sceneries there is, full stop, in the sim, and it's been recently updated with all the new stands and the layouts and things. So yeah, we're here in the North Terminal, stand 557, for a flight to the new FlyX Simulations Belfast City George Best Airport in Northern Ireland. Flight time of about an hour, very short. We'll do a turnaround and then fly back to Gatwick to end a 2-sector day, but we are pretty busy with a lot of hardware in use today. I've got the FlyX A321 overhead, the FlyX RMP cube to manage the radios. I've got the wing control, or wing control, EFIS and FCU, plus the wing control Ursa 32 throttle metal and the pack metal for the parking brakes, the flaps, the speed brakes, and the wing control Orion rudder pedals, which are superb with the dampener. And for the first time on the live stream, my new Moser AB6 force feedback base and flight stick. So I've got that mounted on the left hand side of my Next Level Racing Boeing seat. We're going to be giving that a go live for the first time today, so I'm still getting my head around retraining the brain, if you like, with kind of muscle memory with what buttons are doing what, so you might have to bear with me if we get some funky cinematics throughout today. But I was in the sim yesterday, updating Chase Plane, updating Flow Pro, updated GSX and all that sort of stuff after the sim update, and trying to make sure I've got the keybinds set precisely, at least hopefully, where I want them. We'll see how we get on. Gav, welcome buddy, good evening to you in Australia. Gold Freak Fly, appreciate all the support, mate. Been a while now. MPS, good afternoon. Scout driver training, Leeds Bradford today along the perimeter fence, watching the Jet 2 aircraft go in and out, very nice. Good afternoon for it. Hergy, welcome mate. Badger, welcome. Hope you're having a good weekend. David as well. Good afternoon to you. Jack, hope you're having a good day as well. Busy day for you ahead, naturally. Living the dream. Good day to you in Ayrshire. Not so sunny day. Ian, g'day. Evening to you in Perth. And Justin as well, Western Australia. Welcome to you. Good evening. Peter, welcome. Yeah, I've got lots of equipment, to be fair. Lots of equipment, and I don't know what to do with it all, but yeah, it's all very alien to me, because the 3 years worth of layouts of everything that I've had is now been completely changed to fit the Moser flight base in somewhere. So I've got it on my left hand side to match the stick being about there. There's a review for this flight stick, the Moser AB6, coming out tomorrow. There are some glaring issues with it I'll chat about during the flight today, because it's a frustration of mine, to be honest. The way that they've designed it seems a bit moronic, being a very right-hand only stick with a bulbous thing jutting out on the left, which means that you can't really use it as a left stick whatsoever, because it's literally designed to be over there. Which is not comfortable, nor is it what most simmers do. But hey ho, aircraft's loaded. Lovely jubbly. Let's get our clearance and join the queue, because it's a wee bit busy. So we're going to reorganise our priorities a tad today. We've got information India, runway 26 left in use, QNH 10, 16. Gatwick delivery, good afternoon Osprey. 165 A321 stand 557 with India QNH 1016. Request clearance to Belfast. David, no they don't. They just say compatible with third-party add-ons.
Osprey 165 clear to Belfast, Lambert 6 mile departure for 5266 QNH 1016.
Cleared Belfast Lambon 6 Mike departure, squawk 5266 QNH 1016, Osprey 165. Tap Captain, welcome. And can we join the queue? We're ready 10 minutes.
Osprey 165, roger.
1896 Light Echo ready for pushback.
5266.
1896 Mike Echo, roger.
As always, it's mega busy. Just going to flick that onto. Yeah, lovely, that's working. 15 minutes for push. So that's why we've joined the queue. Right, let's chat. That's good, that's all set. Because we planned to depart in about 15 minutes, and that's perfect timing for us. Ooh. Welcome to Gatwick.
3 stations, blocked, brake,
Force to no, flaps optimum. 5 weather.
Full position, contact at the ground.
It's going to be Alpha 1 probably. So we'll add the intersection. Send the MTDU. It always says flaps 2. And it really does my head in. Let's do that. Flaps 1. Literally don't need flaps 2 for this. Right, so performance is all done. That's cruiser flight level 320 today, and our flight plan brings us on to Gatwick runway 26 left. And if I show you the charts today, it's going to be most likely push start face south, and then hopefully then taxi left under Lima to the bridge, down Papa, hopefully. We might get right Lima, left Quebec, down Juliet, but we'll just have to see what happens. Sledge, welcome mate. And then either Alpha November or Alpha Sierra to line up at Alpha, hopefully. We could even say like Able Bravo today because we're so light in reality, so it could be we could sneak a little cheeky intersection departure as well, which is pretty epic. Actually, that could be quite a good one. So if that happens, we'll just have to rerun the performance numbers. But departing 26 left, 2.3 DME runway heading max 220 knots, and then we'll turn right to basically fly downwind to head on out, climbing up to 5,000 at Acorn, and then it's going to be left up to Lambourne 6,000. Is that us? Hopefully not. From there, our routing today is going to bring us up past Brooklands Park, and then we're going to be about 30 odd miles to the east of Coventry, routing up through the Midlands, and then crossing overhead Manchester near enough before routing over the channel there past the Isle of Wight, or the Isle of Man, sorry, before routing in for the ILS runway 22. So at Belfast, we're going to route in via Maggie, which is that waypoint there. There's no star. So our route takes us to Maggie, 2,000 feet, and then we'll sweep on in. So we'll just flick down towards Maggie. So you can see there, it wants 3580. And then at 10 DME, it's going to be Mag 02. Should be pretty accurate. 10 miles. We'll have to see what happens as we get a little closer. We'll draw some fixed rings in. But because it's a short flight, we've basically got it all ready to go today. Fed into the box. So there you go. Zero fuel weight 64.7 tons. Block fuel 6.3.
56 Juliet Alpha, are you ready to push?
Yeah, we're ready. 85 Juliet Alpha.
56 Juliet Alpha.
Yeah, interesting. Justin saying there will be interesting to see with your beast of a 4090 GPU whether you think resolution has fallen after Sim Update 5. Some have said the graphics have been somewhat degraded despite the same settings. And David, hopefully soon. Depends how quickly we can get bits ticked off. Right, performance. So FlyX 57. 2
You're stand 5. Just make sure you low charge.
on 200.
We're at 85 Juliet Alpha.
85 Juliet Alpha, hold position, contact Gatwick
Just for the
ground
noise
south,
abatement stuff.
805.
That's good. Ground's ready. That's all set. Squawks in the box.
South 121.805. Easy 56 Juliet Alpha. Taxi SU6.
Pop that in and clear FMS2, MCDU2, 6000, manage modes, 1016. Pop the VORs on, and we'll start the APU with the wing flex overhead.
Hold position, expect 50 minutes.
Jolly good. Seatbelt signs are all automatic. Seatbelt signs are on. No smoking signs automatic. Exit lights are armed. Nav logo lights are on. That's all set. McGee, living the dream. Gotcha. I shall refer to it as such. Zata, welcome Jay, good day to you. How you been, Sledge? Yeah, with the just going back to Justin's point about the GPUs. I've been thinking of doing a video on this for the last couple of weeks. It seems to me to be a really common misunderstanding with hardware. You'll see people go, I've got an RTX 5090, but I'm getting rubbish performance. And they've spent like £3 on this graphics card. But what they're doing is they're seeing the RTX 5090 and making an assumption that it's super powerful because it's a 5090 or 5070. APU bleeds on, and because of that, they're not actually looking at the VRAM inside the graphics card. The speed at which how it can process stuff. Because you can look at an RTX 5070 or an RTX 4090 like I've got, and my RTX 4090 has 24 gig of VRAM. But you can get RTX 4090s that have got 12 gig of VRAM. But my simulator, if I have a quick look right now, is already using 16 gigabytes of VRAM. And people kind of need to look at the whole package with hardware, not just like the label that's branded on it, and going, oh yeah, brilliant. I've got an RTX 4090 or an RTX 5070 or whatever, because actually the VRAM is quite important as well. Probably get rid of the external power in a wee moment. I love that. He's so we've got the new GSX update. He's sat down having a chill look. And GSX did a hotfix and it updated inside the simulator today for the first time. When I loaded it up, it goes hotfix available. Click here and an update. Didn't have to reboot the sim or anything like that. It's brilliant. I do really like the new GSX features. There's some really good stuff coming out of that team at the minute. Osprey 117 is calling you up. Luke, welcome. There's been another Parallel 42 Flow Pro update today as well, although I don't have it.
report the stand number. Easy 122 gas delivery.
Easy 122.
Easy 122 clear to Belfast, and then the flight level 340.
What was that artifact that just flashed on the screen there by the engine?
3 to Belfast, climb, runway and
So in the aim of fuel efficiency today, and with aviation fuel being so wildly expensive these days, we're going to start engine 1, use the yellow electric pump to taxi out single engine operations, and then from there we get towards the runway, we'll then start it up with like a minute or so to go. Peter, I think that's you next to me. Don't forget you're visible to everyone on VATSIM, so you haven't filed a flight plan. So if you're going to fly along without using VATSIM, make sure you're in observer mode so you're invisible to everybody. Unless you file a flight plan and do all the stuff. Who's Osprey 117? Because Gatwick Delivery is still trying to reach you. Send you a text chat now as well. I think you might miss your slot. Ooh, north ground, 11540, good. There's 2 ground controllers online. Is Say Intentions worth getting? I think so. But I've never tried it. I hear good things about it, but it's very expensive. If you are an Osprey Airways pilot though, inside the New Sky feed system, the messaging system that we have for Osprey, you will see a discount code for it. 10% off Osprey Airways pilots.
Roger, holding position here.
In hindsight, I should have probably just left the APU off.
Stand 52. Information Juliet and request to ISO 52.
Sir.
58 Hotel Whiskey, number 10, stand by.
"32 aircraft on the ground right now at Gatwick. It's as busy as real life. Or busier than real life, maybe. McMahon, welcome. Awesome. Hopefully I'll be chatting to you shortly. Leighton, thanks for subscribing. Welcome aboard, mate.
ED996 Mike Echo.
EG822, sorry, are you waiting for clearance?
Go ahead.
EG822, clear to
Yeah,
Rotterdam,
very well done, David, isn't it? This is where people should be holding, just in a queue at the gates.
Mike departure, squawk 2424, EG822.
EG822, squawk 1442.
Correction, please report to squawk 4242, EG822.
EG822, read that correct.
Right, let's prepare for pushback and departure, because we should be about 3-4 minutes away from being handed off to ground. So let's get the ground stuff all prepped.
EG68312, stand by.
So this means that when we get handed over to ground, we can say that we're ready to go. It's really important to help the controllers be as efficient as possible, and they're currently being very efficient. Hey Jack, hello, right? It's been a while since you last flew. Need to know where's... Clive says I primarily fly the old vintage birds like the Albatross and the Constellation. I'm waiting for the PMDG DC6 to be bought to MSFS 2024. Nice. Nice, had a good morning. Woke up this morning to see Spirit in America, low cost carrier. It's like their version of like a worse version of Ryanair, I suppose. From what I've read. They've ceased operations rather suddenly. So it'd be another airline that will resign to the history books of flight sim world, no doubt. Ah, stand 559, A380 ready. Flyby logo, love it. For the epic A380X, we need to get back in that as well. It's been a while, hasn't it? Great, massive beast of a jet.
685.
Hey, nice. Yeah, just it's amazing, isn't it? This is a relatively new update for MKVY's freeware Gatwick Airport. It's superb. Yeah, so I think, was it last year? Was it JetBlue wanted to buy Spirit? Or was it Frontier? I forget. And basically got blocked. Which is stupid, isn't it? Because if competition authority goes no, and the airline goes bust, then there's there's less competition anyway. You're probably better off having the jobs and the options and the choice for people, right? But regulators think very differently to most of us. Cool, we're now behind schedule. That was weird, it's like the whole jet de-rendered itself and went invisible. Nice, I'm not massive, depends. Stab 557, Osprey 165.
Osprey 165, and 557, Roger, hold position, contact the Gatwick ground north, 121.540.
Walker, we'll contact ground 121540. Thanks, CHC, have a good weekend.
The Viking back Alpha, Lima, Papa, hold Papa 1.
Mega.
Alright, continue on to Lima, Papa, and then hold short Papa 1 for Osprey 575.
Easy True Echo Golf, taxi by Kilo, Papa, hold Papa 1. Kilo, Papa, hold Papa 1. Easy True 2 Bravo Mike, contact out tower 124.230.
I'll wait for a little gap. Come on, let's get rid of external power.
Osprey 117, contact out tower 124.230, bye bye.
Contact tower, base ADC, Osprey 117.
Gatwick ground, good afternoon, Osprey 165, stand 557, fully ready, request push start.
Osprey 165, got ground, but after the company CRJ taxis left to right behind, stand 557, push and start approved, facing south.
After the company, CRJ behind, push start proof face south, Osprey 165. You seeing Dave, where is he? What, son? There it is, ta-da! Right, cool. Beacon lights. GSX going automatic.
Easy through and Echo Golf. Continue taxiing point out to runway.
Oh, I can never remember which one it is. I hate these custom ones that don't make it super obvious. That one? Let's hope. We'll find out. So see how we were ready?
Easy 24, Mike Echo Stand 685.
Justin, no. So that's an interesting one. It can't, for some reason, see my simulator. That's all good, that's all set. Alright. Ignition mode, no. Ignition start. Engine 1. Run.
Easy true and Echo Golf, contact actor 124 decimal.
Okay, this is promising. Looks like we're facing the right way. 24230 is next. Set. Good job. Oh, fuel's going in.
Welcome aboard our Airbus
Safety demo starting.
Please pay attention to illuminated signs and
Did Osprey 117 ever get pushing clearance or anything like that?
121 decimal 805. Bye bye.
card found in your seat pocket contains important
121 decimal 805 to easy 906 my echo.
life jackets. Please set parking brakes, which you must adopt.
Parking brake set.
If you hear brace, brace. There are 8 emergency exits.
Just wait for this yellow electric pump
The cabin crew are now
to be
pointing
switched
out
on for that
the
single engine
exit
taxi. Although in fairness, they've got a beautiful flow here, so maybe we could just start.
Emergency lighting will guide you to an exit.
Oh, we'll do a single engine taxi, why not?
Please
Spice it
keep all
up.
baggage on board. Your seatbelt is fastened, adjusted,
Flaps 1.
and released as shown. It must
Ground spoiler's
operate
disarmed,
at
rudder
a
trim
seatbelt
0 resets.
and we recommend that you keep it fastened.
Osprey 575, Mike, contact ground 121 decimal 805. Bye bye.
Masks will drop from above.
21.805
Pull a
for
mask
upgrade
towards
575
you
Mike
to start the
680
oxygen.
ppm.
Put the mask over
Bye-bye.
your nose and mouth and breathe.
Tow truck disconnected.
Hold the mask
Bypass
Brake max for the RTO and
right is clear.
control checks.
Before helping others. If we land on water, take a life jacket from under your seat.
Easy
Stick.
27 Alpha, Gatwick around, hello, taxi,
Pass the
taxi
test
via
around your way.
Juliet,
Click
Romeo, hold short of
Pull the
Lima.
strap to adjust.
There's the ground pin.
Not place the life jacket inside the aircraft. When outside,
Wait for
place it
Dave. See ya.
by pulling
Get clear.
Fails to inflate. Blow into
That's race 6
Let's start the chrono, 'cause we never do that.
Push and start crew facing east.
attention. The cabin crew can assist you with life jackets for children.
Osprey 165 request taxi.
Must now be stowed.
Osprey 165, taxi via Quebec Alpha, Lima, Quebec, hold Quebec on.
Further information regarding your
Taxi
safety
Quebec Alpha Lima, Quebec
found
hold
in your flight
Quebec 1, Osprey 165.
We hope you have a great flight.
Where the chuffinack is that? Oh yeah, so we're going left. We're going right. We're going that away.
Easy 2 for
Not
Mike,
under
Echo
the tower.
Kilo, Papa, hold Papa 1.
Kilo, Papa, hold Papa 1. Easy 2 for Mike, Echo.
Oh, so we've got taxi lights on. Safety demo sounds like it's already done. Single engine taxi. Trying to be as fuel efficient as possible. Why not? Let's have a quick check of the. He told us to hold Quebec 1. Just got to find that on the old Maparoni now. Quebec Alpha, Lima, Quebec. Quebec 1. It's just short of Juliet. Happy days.
Easy 24 Mike Echo, contact at ground 121.805, bye bye.
I feel like my setup has gone so heavily Airbus. Yeah, I did start New Sky. Happy days.
Ground with the EZ58 Auto, C off and flight 2.
Copy.
We're over D4, pushing south.
Easy 58 Hotel Whiskey at ground, hold position, I'll call you back.
Roger.
Yeah, I know, David. I think because the Airbus is so popular, they're kind of hard pushed to work on all the Boeing stuff, even though they're doing their Boeing bits behind the scenes. I think, you know, the simmers, because Airbus are generally easier to learn, I think the hardware sales point of view has been much more successful for them.
165, contact at ground 121.805, bye bye.
Ground on 121.805, Osprey 165. Thanks, CSC. Have a good weekend.
You too, bye bye.
Martin, welcome aboard. 121.805. There's Quebec 1. Go ground, good afternoon. Osprey 165's holding short, Quebec 1.
Osprey 165, Barrett ground, hello. Continue taxi to holding point Alpha 3, runway 26 left by Juliet, November and Alpha November.
Good afternoon. Continue taxi, hold point Alpha 326 left by Juliet and Alpha November, Osprey 165.
Easy 24 Mike Echo, contact Gatwick Tower 124.230. Good day.
Alright, engine starts for 2. And this is the problem I seem to have now. I've got engine start, thrust lever idle, but it is idle. This is what I can't understand with my setup. I've done something to my wind control throttle keybinds that is kind of making it go funky. To the point where I've got to press F1 as like my emergency keybind to refresh it. And I don't really know what I've done, but we get by just about. Hold point Alpha 3, wasn't it? Which one was that? Alpha November. Look at this. Freeware Gatwick. It's just insane. Look how good that is. Absolutely brilliant. Hey, I spotted another Osprey pushing. Epic. Okay, looks like engines 1 and 2 are both fired up and available. So we're going to go ignition mode, norm, that's all set. Yellow electric pump off. AP bleed off. Now we're going to swizzle on down Alpha November to join the queue of Ospreys. I need towers frequency 124230. This has been a really busy taxi out, hasn't it?
Osprey 165, contact Manchester, correcting Gatwick Tower on 124.230. Good day.
Gatwick Tower 124230 for Osprey 165. Thanks to the ET. Have a good afternoon. 124. Where's that EasyJet come from?
Mike 1.
Alright, continue taxi to Mike and hold Mike 1 for Osprey 595 Mike.
Easy 96 Mike Echo, hold Alpha 1. Hold Alpha 1, Easy 96
Looks like 1228 next.
Osprey 45 goes. Suspend variable 2 knots, runway 26 left, cleared for takeoff.
Good.
Easy 24 Mike Echo, nothing further. Monitor Unicom 122.8. Bye.
Monitor territory C24, make a good deck,
Gatwick Tower, EZ298, Bravo is with you, established wireless localizer, runway 26 left. EZ298, Bravo, Gatwick Tower, hello, continue approach, runway 26 left. Continue approach 26 left, EZ298, Bravo.
Gatwick Tower, good afternoon, Osprey 165's in turn Alpha 3.
Osprey 165, Gatwick Tower, Roger.
Lovely. Heart brake set. Let's get that nose light off. What's my RRP on the peripherals, Jack? I wouldn't like to check. Probably about $5,000. Probably something insane.
Osprey 45 calls, nothing further. Monitor Unicom 122, decimal 8, bye.
Couple more Ospreys there, love it.
Unicom, thank you very much for ATC, Osprey.
Easy 96 Mike Echo, behind the landing company at
Gav.
320 Neo at 3 miles.
And Hergy.
Behind.
Behind the engine company, line up and wait, easy, nice.
MPS is somewhere. Ian was on the rotunda at the 3-2 stand, so we've watched him push start. MPS is... actually, maybe the other side. That's Zato. Could we... there he is. Legend. We're about to fill not Bristol. We're about to fill Belfast up. Let's do takeoff config test. In fact, I've got to make sure up 0.4. Which one is me pitch trim? That one. 0.4. Jolly good.
Get
out of the way, Dave. We're going to plane spot this.
until 40 ME.
160 knots until for Evelyn 120.
Jeepers. Whoa! It's only a 4-knot crosswind. Dream Simulation, thanks for subscribing, Makey. Welcome on board. Spot brake off. Nose lights, the taxi.
Osprey 165, hold Alpha 1.
Hold Alpha 1, Osprey 165. Aaron Epic.
Easy 96 Mike Echo, surface wind variable 2 knots, runway 26 left, cleared for takeoff.
26 left, clear for takeoff, easy 96 my echo.
Easy 298 Bravo.
Gently on the brakes, spot brake sets. Nice, live the dream.
Taxi Juliet, hold Marley.
So I was going to do the A320 with the Northern Ireland inspired livery today. But thought the A321 would be a much harder challenge for us, and that's what most of you guys, channel members in the club lounge, voted for as well. So
Gatwick Tower with the
goes.
981.
Little kick into wind. Perhaps it's slightly stronger than 4 knots. Got an Embraer E190 freighter.
Easy 96 Mike Echo, nothing further, monitor Unicom 122 decimal 8, bye.
122 decimal 8, easy 96 my echo.
Osprey 575 Mike, behind the landing Berlin Airbus 320 at 1 mile, via Mike 1, line up runway 26 left behind.
At 1 mile?
Alright, line up behind the right main company traffic, Osprey 575 Mike.
Gatwick Tower, hello, Osprey 615 Papa.
It is a CRJ, it just hasn't matched.
5 Papa, Gatwick Tower, Roger. Highways 981, Gatwick Tower, continue approach, runway 26 left.
Continue approach 26 left, Caledonia 981.
What? Has he landed? Whoever that is invisible to me.
Easy 298 Bravo, contact ground 121.805. Bye.
121.805, easy 298.
When he said 1 mile, I thought, well, I can't see anything. I don't know what that was meant to be.
Osprey 575 Mike, surface wind 170 degrees, 4 knots, runway 26 left.
Got an aircraft on short final.
Takeoff, runway 26 left for...
It is BR 12 Sierra A320.
Air Berlin 120.
Air Berlin, that'll be why.
08 left, hold Jacka.
SU8 left and hold Jacka. Air Berlin 120.
We've actually got a lot of ATC for the arrival by the looks of it. They stay online. But this inbound traffic at Gatwick's good because it's given us the opportunity to space ourselves naturally into Belfast City. Don't forget, as always, if you enjoy today's live stream, make sure you hit that like button as well. And if you're sat in the background and you've not done so already, don't forget to hit subscribe as well. Join us in the live chat for the journey today, doing the 2 sectors out to Belfast and back again.
Caledonia 981, surface wind 170 degrees, 4 knots, runway 26 left, cleared to land.
No worries, Justin. Have a good evening, matey.
Caledonia 981.
Osprey 575 Mike, nothing further, monitor Unicom 122 display. Bye.
BCAL. Oh, it's actually a BCAL livery, I think.
Air Berlin 120, contact ground 121.805. Bye-bye.
121.805, goodbye.
Osprey 165 behind the landing. Airbus 320 at short final, that is 1 mile. At via Alpha 1, line up runway 26 left behind.
Find the landing Caledonian by Alpha 1, line up and wait, 26 left behind, Osprey 165. Turn off lights on, nose lights to taxi, strobes on, park brake off. TCAS, TARA, transponders on.
Osprey 247,
Lining up.
Gatwick Tower, Federal, hold Alpha 3.
Give me all that for after 250.
Osprey 16, question, Osprey 615 Papa, hold Alpha 3.
Left tower, condo 4317, established on ILS 26 left.
This is mega busy. Controllers have done an immense job.
Osprey 615 Papa.
Casper Flight 4317, Gatwick Tower, Fellow, we advised of the traffic just trying to establish ahead of you. Stand by, Red Osprey 165, surface wind 170 degrees, 4
Landing lights on.
26 left, cleared for takeoff.
26 left, clear for takeoff, Osprey 165. Renault. Let's keep it rolling.
Condo 4317, established on ILS 26 left.
Condo 4317.
Oh, FlyX SRS runway now. Control screen. Speed to light, power set.
Condo 4317.
Caledonia 981, taxi via Juliet, hold Marlow.
100 knots.
Juliet and hold Marlow, Caledonia 981.
Rotate. D2.
Osprey 4, question Osprey 2.
Up we go. Positive rate. You're up.
Osprey 615 Papa, hold Alpha 1.
Oh, that dirty belly. Get it in the jet wash.
Easy 2712, surface wind
Just leave it
170
fly.
with 4 knots, runway 26 left, clear to the land.
clear to land runway 26 left, easy to 712.
Can't have thrust lever asymmetry.
Nothing further. Monitor Unicom 122, destinate Spain.
Over to Unicom 128, Osprey 165. Thanks, ATC. Have a good weekend.
Osprey 615.
Thrust lever asymmetry. Can't. It is impossible. They are both in the climb gate. Let's go autopilot 1 engaged. Nav climb. Lap 0. Something's not quite right. This is what I mean. I've done something to the throttles and I can't understand what, but it's giving me a bit of asymmetry on the throttles, but they're in the climb gate. That's what's strange. Leave those on. That's set. Good. Bit difficult to change in the air as well. Ground spoilers disarmed. Flaps are up. Let's have a real close-up look, shall we? Very clearly in the climb detent. Very clearly in the climb detent. Just pop the throttles like that now. Is that gonna settle? Yep. Looks like it just needed a little tweak. It might be that I need to recalibrate the displays a tiny bit, the actual throttles a tiny bit. Right down below us is Red Hill Aerodrome, down there. Up we go. Just going to set, let's see, let's go to, let's check out these TCAS alerts here. He's 7,000 descending. Let's go for 32 open climb. And we can turn that chrono off as well. Sato, was that the person I was looking for, that Air Berlin? That explains everything. Can't see him because he's landed on the wrong runway. This is busy, isn't it? If I show you the Navigraph overlay, here showing you all the traffic in the vicinity and the air traffic control associated with it, look at this. It's mega busy. Heathrow, super busy. Gatwick, amazingly busy. That there, Air France 38 X-Ray Yankees, just crossed our path. He's 5 miles range and level now though. But we are gonna climb quite merrily past him as he's gonna cross about 3 miles left of us. No issue. Can't even see him. 10,000. Landing lights off and retracted. And I'm going to leave the seatbelt sign on until we commit this left turn here. Standard pressure, that's all good. Lovely job. We've got Unicom most of the way, in fact all of the way, until we get to Belfast, and then we've got Belfast control on. Maurice, welcome. Good evening to you over in New Zealand. Are you North or South Island? Amazing part of the world I've always wanted to go to. What's this? That's Scottish control. That's who we've got. 133875. Whether that be relevant for us, I don't know. We'll pre-tune it ready. Because the suggestion on the radar is that he's controlling a lot of airspace, including the bit we're flying through, or two. Fluff is going mad. So I control every now and again. I'll try and do sort of 3, 4, 5 hours a quarter. I've recently given up on the queues for VATSIM UK. I just got sick and tired of the struggle of trying to get tower, so I've transferred entirely to VATSIM Sub-Sahara Africa now. Really enjoying controlling Cape Town, Nairobi, Mauritius, all that sort of stuff. So hoping to nail tower in the next few months. I'm already in the training queue for it, amazingly, so we'll see what happens. Johan from South Africa, welcome. Hope you're having a good weekend. South, you're from Nelson, beautiful. Yeah, towers, what's it, you know, that's what it's all about, right? You want to be able to say, like, Osprey 165 winds 2603 at 3 knots, runway 26 left clear for takeoff, don't you? You want to be able to do that. That's what ATC is all about. So if you can't do that, or they make it unachievable, or, you know, some ridiculous 3-year-long queue, then what's the point? You could wait, but why not progress somewhere else? So that's what I've gone to do. Because I've been an S1, an S1 now for like 3 years. So seatbelt signs off. Through 19. So you should probably we've got a little bit of time to be fair, but we should probably, it's EGAC, the ICAO code. We'll pop in the performance data for the arrival, just so that we've got something in the box ready to go. Yeah, I think that's the thing, Zato, as well, isn't it? Because if anything, hopefully we're shining a light here on the channel about how fantastic a lot of these airports around Africa are. There's so much really amazing freeware scenery out there as well. 160 at 4, brilliant, crosswind. Super short runway here as well. That's all good. Yeah, hopefully we're able to kind of shine a light on it a little bit and really show how good it is. Transition levels, flight level 70. I did that video recently of kind of like an Africa showcase. Some of the best freeware and payware scenery you can enjoy, just as a bit of a flavour. But we've obviously got our Osprey Airways routes as well around Africa now too, for people to dive into and enjoy. Charts. Right. So, we're going to have the Maggie transition to the ILS runway 22. Before we look into the charts and chat about it, this is the biggest issue that we've got. The runway's total length is 1,829 metres. But usable landing length is less than that because you touch past the threshold, runway 22, 1767. You land beyond the glide slope, you've only got 1,471 metres. It's super short. Takeoff itself is 1,760-ish metres. So again, for takeoff, again it's a short operation today. We've got to really carefully sort out our performance calculations to the way in. Otherwise we could risk some problems. But with that in mind, the ILS runway 22 is going to bring us in over the water. Quite a nice approach. And we're going to be aiming for about 2,000 feet. The minimums for today, 212. So we go ahead, pop that into the barrow setting, and we're going to land flaps full. And that's pretty much that bit done in the box. We'll set some fixed rings and all that sort of stuff as well. Give us that situational awareness as we head on in. A 6-mile fixed ring would be really useful because that's pretty much where the glide slope begins from 2,000 feet. That will help us just kind of gauge our distance to that and how well we're doing on our profile. What else have we got? So yeah, that's it actually. Missed approach procedure is a bit funky. It's climb straight ahead to 3,000 feet or 8 DME past the threshold, whichever is the earliest, then turn left to return to the lock centre and enter holding at 3,000 or as directed. So with that, in our NAVRAD page, we're going to set the Belfast City NDB of 420 as well. We'll do that now, 420. I'll put it into both just so that we've got some options for us, and we can see here we've got IBFH 108.1, that's correct, matches the charts, and of course inbound 217 degrees. It says 216 on the MCDU. I'll leave it like that just to see what happens. Never want to fiddle too much with these things. Aviator, welcome. Currently at Uzbekistan on the way to Hong Kong. Christopher, good afternoon. So IBFH, and it's what, EGAC22. So let's see if I can remember. Is it this in the Airbus? Yeah. And we want 6 miles, don't we? Back course 037. Draw some extended centre lines. That'll do, just a little 6-mile fixed ring will do us nicely. Let's bring that up. 20 miles ahead for the traffic in front, so that's quite good spacing actually. Luke might be low on fuel when he lands due to the hold of Gatwick. Oof. We should probably do a fuel check ourselves. Where are we now? Poton, 4,500 kilos. Oh yeah, we're a little low, we're a little under as well. 4.6 tons was our estimate at Poton. We're about 100 kilograms below, but that'll be okay. Hopefully we don't have any go-arounds. I mean, if we stuff up the landing with too much of a float, then we're going to have to do a touch and go here because we don't have the space on the runway. We're going to have to just give it a go. See what happens. We're also going to need, we'll set medium auto brake so we get an auto brake setting that's quite strong to begin the deceleration, but then we'll go to probably manual brakes, maximum manual brakes or something. Yeah, yours will, Zato. You're in Zato's in an A330 team. Lovely jubbly cruise. Said Jay couldn't handle the depart. Too many turns, Jay says. Yeah, Walvis Bay is nice. It's very empty, isn't it, Zato? Like when you're flying around. But yeah, some of the scenery is just phenomenal. So quite nice. What we'll probably look to do, it might be Monday. It depends because next weekend I'm not going to be able to do any streams. Too busy, unfortunately. But what I'll look to do, maybe Bank Holiday Monday, so this Monday coming up in a couple of days, we'll look to plan a stream instead of next weekend, and it might be like Walvis Bay to St Helena, but based on what happened last time with the E-Jets, the latest experimental branch, I am somewhat worried, because basically if we have a WASM crash, I won't have the time to extend the stream, so it might be that we then just sack it off. I probably should test it really in advance of the stream, but even that doesn't really bear an impact, does it? Because it means that you end up you could be fine one day and then problematic the next. I don't know. Yeah, if it, I could always, in fact they have flown wasn't the E-Jets, was it? What did Comair used to fly into St Helena in the BA livery? It was the 737-800, wasn't it? Or was it the MAX 8? Titan have flown an A321 into St Helena. Wow. Was it Comair? It will be years ago. I'm sure it was 737-800s, wasn't it? They used to fly. Could always be a backup. We could fly the 737 into St Helena, I suppose. If in doubt, Osprey Airways. Oh, it's a shame we don't have the fantastic new art update for the 737-800 yet. That'd have been the perfect pairing. Do we have a set route for the return leg at all? That's a very good question. No. Matthias, welcome. Thanks for subscribing. It's going to be whatever the one at the top is that's a real world or NATS. It'll be yeah, real world or NATS approved route. What's our time? 2:40, so 13:40, 14:10. That'd give us a 30-minute turnaround with a chance to look at the scenery as well. go for 14:15. Doesn't matter if we're a bit behind. Yeah, the ATR update's coming out in 3 days. So that's very exciting as well. Another really good aircraft that we've not been in for a long time now. Maybe we jive back into ops around like New Zealand or something. I never did clear these messages, did I? We got so busy on the ground. What have we got? Less than 3 miles. Or 4. Aaron Alabi, welcome. Good afternoon from a not so sunny Salcombe in South Devon. They've even had 757s land at St Helena. Oh, nice. Oh yeah, hopefully the updates work for you still. The tutorials work for you, matey. Weirdly enough, YouTube's not kind of giving people the notifications of when we go live anymore. Yeah, chase plane's cracking, isn't it? ETP. Velox is our top of descent. We're about 150-200 kilograms lighter than we wanted to be with fuel, but still fine. Yeah, maybe we do that on Monday. 737-800 ops to St Helena. How long is the flight time, that sort of journey? Matthias, try and intercept about, well, no more than 30 degrees, mate. Try and intercept to say 20-degree angle. But also, have you set the course? That sounds like you're saying that you're trying to capture the localizer with the correct frequency. Nav 1 manually selected, but it flies away from the sensor line. You've still got to make sure you've manually set the course. Selector switches in the CRJ from memory. And they've got to match the runway charts, because the aeroplane will go, I can see the ILS signal. Course is correctly set in the green. Okay, my next question then is, are you switching it to lock mode, or are you still flying it on FMS mode? Three and a half hours block time. Oh, that's perfect. Matthias, interesting. Are you switching nav 1 and nav 2? No, links aren't. You can stick screenshots in our Discord server if that helps. It's always hard to kind of diagnose, isn't it, without physically watching. Is Dirty 2 in today? I think he's out, isn't he, in his van? Happy days. I think from my understanding the CRJ is a little bit messy still anyway, so it might not be anything you're doing wrong, it might be bad code. It's not being the smoothest, most accurately detailed aircraft in the sim, unfortunately. Manchester down there. Must be. Manchester. Where we got? That's, yep, it's coming up. Let's see if we can catch a peek. There it is. Oof. Does the TAF command work in our chat, or is it just meta? Because I'll be interested to see what the forecast is for Gatwick later on. Oh, there we go. 12 to 5, 110 degrees, 10 knots. There we go, this is why we're flying today. Temporarily between 3 PM UTC and 6 AM tomorrow, 7,000 meters visibility in rain, showers and rain, 30% probability between 15Z and 21Z of 3,000 meters visibility in heavy rain, heavy showers of rain, broken cloud 900 feet temporarily, then later on into the evening more rain, heavy rain again. So that's why we're flying today, is a bit of a change in the weather with some storms rolling on in. There's Manchester down below. Epic, epic. Airport scenery from Innibuilds. One of my favourite airports.
Traffic 214, established for ILS.
Hey, you're welcome. Send you a Discord message. Can you pop it into the, rather than DM me? Pop it into the chat. Oh yeah, that's a right old squiggly mess. So that's likely because you're intercepting at far too steep an angle. So try intercepting again, maybe like 20 degrees. Instead of like 40 degrees. And just see what happens. And that might help it. If you do the same route again, it's always a good way to test it. If you do the same route again and then try and do just 20 degrees angle, then that might help diagnose whether it's an aircraft issue or not. I suspect it probably is an aircraft issue more than anything else, to be honest. It usually, with the CRJ it usually is. Sadly. It's got a fair few bugs. Yeah, you don't want to, if you try and intercept from like 45 degrees, you're asking a lot of it. It should in theory be able to do it from about 40 degrees, but you want it, like the best kind of angle is sort of 10 to 25 degrees for most of the aircraft in the sim. Ben, amazing. Jet 2 have just launched a real world flight to Samos, Manchester to Samos, one of the most challenging approaches in Europe, but yeah, one of the best, one of my all-time favourites, so glad you enjoyed that, Ben. Did you track it on New Sky? The route for the way back, somebody asked, is in the chat. It's the NATS approved routing. What we'll do is we'll do a real-time disembarkation. As we're doing that, we'll configure for the next sector, minus performance calculations and bits, because we'll do that at the end of after loading, and then we'll explore the airport whilst we hopefully spot a load of other folks flying in. We'll check out the new FlyX Simulations Belfast City Airport scenery, which is linked in the description below. It's available via AnyBuilds. We'll go from there. And if anyone knows how on earth to recalibrate my throttles on the ground, that would be rather great. Because something's not quite right with that for some reason. Well, it looks like Scottish are offline. So it looks like we're Unicom all the way. Short runway, but landing on 2-2 thankfully means no backtrack. We should be able to vacate left at Alpha 3 and then route on down towards the main terminal building. We want a continuous descent down to 2,000 feet. Let's set it up. 2. Morning, Canadian Flight Sim, welcome. This is my first flight on Sim Update 5, to be fair. Going pretty well so far though. Somebody mentioned about graphics and draw distances earlier. I've noticed different behaviour with sounds being a bit strange, but I think it looks superb. It's definitely smoother, although I do think what we're using now, VRAM, 13.4 gig of VRAM. Randomly a second ago my CPU spiked to 100% and then immediately went back down to 47%. 56%. GPU's at 75%. So the GPU usage has gone up significantly. That typically would be about, I think, 65-60% for me. but it's consistently around 73 to 75% now. And the GPU's fluctuating all over the place, but it's settling around 40 to 50%. It's dancing all over the place. But all good though, because in the sim I'm noticing it's a lot smoother. Let's start the descent. So we're going to go push, manage descent. Jack, yeah, so Samos is a difficult one, right? If I just... You have to really carefully brief this, but you need specific charts as well, which I can't remember if they actually have in here. So typically you'll fly in from Ormos and you'll head in over the island, and then you go basically fly outbound onto the approach like this. But you'll see the runways are east and west, and you're going to approach it like this way, which is weird, right? Like that. So from missed approach point, again, it doesn't really have, it's got the VFR charts, which is very good. But at this point here, that's into Samos, here, it's kind of your autopilot's off at that point. You're hand flying the whole thing. You're stepping down to about 1,600 feet approximately, and there's a very specific descent profile which has you kind of flying in like so, and then you split off towards the hill. You pass just north of the town, there's like a little pier on the ground here, and then you sweep in over the hill really tight and land. But there are no specific charts for it really. Interestingly enough, the arrivals aren't actually shown in here. So you have to Google Samos approach to kind of spot bits of data that's going to give you the answers. There's a specific photograph that I could share, but I'd have to dig it out. I can't quite remember where I've saved it, but yeah, it's one of the toughest. Johan says some people are complaining Sim Update 5 has degraded the graphics quality of the sim. Is that true? I don't really know. Depends on their system, I think, but I don't think that looks degraded. Look at that. In fact, you know what would be a good tell? If we can spot some seafront simulations ships. There's a wake over there. Maybe a bit far for the draw distance. That's going to be our best bet. There we go. Look at that. It's all the way down below us. I don't think that's bad at all. Well, we're 28,000 feet above this thing. Smooth pan as we turn. We've got Isle of Man just in front of us. With the cloud. I mean, the clouds there look a little flat. Different to usual. But maybe they'll render in. Or they've introduced some new cloud types, who knows. Oh, no such weather profile for EGAC. On VATSIM. What do we got? QNH 1013. Winds 160 at 5 knots. So it's given us a bit of a crosswind to play with. 1013. I'm just going to make sure that's set in the box. 1250Z. Variable between 110 and 210 degrees. So we've got a 4 knot crosswind to contend with. I feel so Airbusy now with all this setup. Yeah, don't forget they all fly differently, Matthias. Airbus, Boeing aircraft, the MD-11, they're all different. They all fly ILSs very differently as well. Let's see, if we over Isle of Man yet, see if we can get a bit more of an idea of what the render stuff looked like below. I mean, the hills there through that cloud look okay. This bit here looks washed out, but typically it is anyway. I mean, in reality, your eye can't focus that well from this altitude. So you're not going to see the cars on the road driving about that some people, I swear, expect sometimes with sim graphics. Punch out of the thing and have a little look. I mean, from this like more natural zoom, that looks pretty good, right? When you zoom in, which you can't do in real life unless you've got binos, that's when it gets washed out a bit, but a fuel leak. Zoom out, it looks good. Yeah, but then it's like fisheye. Let's see what we do now to the descent profile. We're giving it a challenge. I want it to be a bit more proactive on the descent here to get us at 2,000 as we turn final. So I did a little bit of work. It's going to allow itself to accelerate in managed speed mode because we're in that VNAV kind of bracket. More drag. Okie dokie. Let's give it some speed brake. Seatbelt signs. We'll do a maybe like a flap 3 approach into Gatwick, perhaps. Get rid of the speed brake. Grass spoilers, they can be retracted. We shouldn't necessarily need them again, but we won't arm them just yet. Oh, good. At least you've diagnosed that. A quick check of Elevatex before we get really busy, because it's been a busy sector so far. We've got, turn off my tracker, right at the front. We've got Graham flying in. He's just, I think he's just been cut up by an EasyJet. Osprey 117's right behind him. Easy 365 Golf out of Manchester's in the middle. We've got Jay behind him. Over the Irish Sea. I'm behind Jay. And then behind me, chasing up pretty hard, is JD Skiri. Zato. Ian. MPS is up, he's over Derby. Derby. Just passing over East Midlands Airport. And I think that is all of us. Massive fly along. Ian's got a screenshot there, looking good. He's in the A321 as well, nice. And then we've got MPS with a nice screenshot. He's in the PMDG 737-800 today. Looking good. Jay's... what aircraft are you in? Oh, he's in the CRJ. That's the rear left window seat. Nice. 615 Papa, that's Zato in his newly repainted A330 livery. Looking really swish. Version 2 of that. And, oops, I'll put that back on again. Look, little Belfast is here. Look how tiny the runway is. Zero margin for error. It has been a long time, hasn't it? Into the cloud. Seatbelt signs are on. Just take some precautions. Decel point for 10,000 feet. Oh, look at that super thin layer of cloud. It's like a thin pancake. Let's get the anti-ice systems off then. Limca's next. That looks like Northern Ireland ahead. It is. We're looking directly on... where are we? Ballyholbert, Grey Abbey, Coma, Strangford Luff, which is that lake in the middle there. 310, runway turn off, nose lights, landing lights all on, lights and signs, looking pretty good. That'll be seats for landing. Rally welcome, it's pretty good for us, mate. I'm enjoying some update 5 so far. I've touched wood, not had problems yet. There's our extended centre lines and our 6 mile fixed ring to tell us when we want to be at 2000. Wicked. Hello.
Hi, Captain. The cabin is now secure for landing.
Thanks. Oh, you know what we should have done? In fact, let's fire it up. The VRAS. Because we're going to get runway too short, I think. Flare out. Let's fire it up. Update in progress. Belfast City traffic, Osprey 165, A321, QNH 1013, currently 15 track miles south of McGee. Will report turning fine off the RLS22 Belfast.
Runway awareness. Okay. Meter.
Here we go. It's on the display. We've just upgraded on the fly. Let's see how it does. That's going to add to the level of drama, basically. Short runway landing.
Runway awareness. Okay. Meter.
Good days. What's 28? That's the ferry. Amazing. A lot of weather on the display all of a sudden as well. Looks like a cumulonimbus there. Got ourselves all set up ready to go for the approach. QNH 1013, local pressure, that's all set. Standby instruments are set. 2000 set. Descent profile looks pretty good so far. LS mode's on. IBFH 10810, 16 miles. Or drag. So this is the problem now, right? We've got to really slow ourselves down, but we're going to, I think, struggle to do that unless we get that nose up. Looks like we're about to reach that VNAV ball using the speed brake, but I've gone into approach mode now so we can kind of really focus on managing the jet. And managing the energy as we head on in. So, quick check of my overhead panel. Lights, signs. Let's see, what signs? Good. We've already had the cabin secure. 4,000 feet. (1,600 feet per minute). Let's go to 1,400. 1,200 feet per minute. Let's bring some of the speed brake in. Decelerating nicely to green dots. Vertical speed mode. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Amazing. This is Global Shipping AI from Seafront Simulations. It's just superb. Look at all this life we've got in the bay. Amazing. Look at that. It's sailing out underneath us. (800 feet per minute). Looks like a load of rain ahead of us as well. That looks epic. Look at that. You can actually see the rain physically falling onto the ground. I don't recall seeing it that clearly in the sim up to now. So that's very nice. Check. Speed brakes arms. I'm going to set speed 214, flaps 1. Epic. It's All-Star. That absolutely nailed that approach. Belfast City Traffic, Osprey 165's turning final, establishing ILS 22 to land. Gear down. Speed 180. Chimney ahead's looking good. Speed check. 195, flap 3. Yeah, look at these ships on the bay here. Really nice. And they've actually populated into the bay here as well, because it's a huge port. They put it in there, which is nice. Doing a fair bit of M1 here. We're slightly ahead of the glide slope. That's some good approach modes. Armed, autopilot 1. Almost forgot that. Yeah, I thought we were closer than we were, Christopher. Oh well, engines can roar away. flap. Yeah, the engines spool back up again in a wee sec. Just managing the speed. This is the first time landing live with my Moser flight stick as well. Six miles. Okay. Glide slopes alive. Set 3000 for the mist. Approach. Amazing. Look at that for spacing. Belfast City traffic, Osprey 165's short final 5 miles, ILS 22. That's the button for fly past. Look at all those ships. Looks like the port is in as well. I'll leave the autopilot in for a little bit longer. Got some port life there on the right. That's looking pretty good. Some factories look like they've been placed in, but I'm not sure if that's going to be the scenery or not. There's every chance it might be. Right, anyway. Let's get this thing on the ground, shall we? Autopilot off. I have control.
1000.
Nice and stable. It's about 4 knot crosswind left to right. Variable winds. Just got to keep an eye on that. Force feedback is definitely nice to have.
Approaching 1,700 meter available.
VRAS has had a big update recently, so it's bringing a lot more immersion into play with that add-on.
Caution! Short runway!
There we go.
Short runway!
Land.
traffic
We're not chasing the touchdown zone, we're going for threshold target.
We will call for established ILS.
Minimum.
Continue. No room for error here.
100.
Looking ahead.
50, 40, 30, 20. Retard. 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 Retard.
Auto brake off.
Engine 2
Brake.
failure.
Max braking. Max braking.
Manual brakes.
600 meter remaining.
That is weird. Something's just triggered engine 2 to switch itself off. I've just basically slammed the brakes on there because we had that engine failure, so I was like, I can't trust that. I don't know what's caused that. I saw someone else get that and landing also, Chris says, with the Fenix A321. Or could it be a hardware thing? Is Alpha 2? Yeah. Well, that's not very good, look. Ruddy light in the way. And Belfast traffic, Osprey 165's vacating Alpha 2, taxiing to the main apron. Maybe there's a hidden keybind somewhere. We'll check that out in the settings. That's going to cause some problems with Sim Update 5. Whack those on. Slats, flaps, speed brake. Where's me hydraulic pump? This scenery looks pretty decent. Luke says strange, New Sky won't let me close the flight. Have you got your engines on still? Oh, look how busy that is. David says he's had reports of odd binding issues with Sim Update 5. Maybe that's why my throttles are all being weird. Because it was only yesterday that I noticed it loading in. EasyJet's touching down. Nice. I've got no idea which stands are free.
Alpha City traffic Osprey 615 Papa 5 miles per hour runway 22.
I'm gonna have to pick a gate when we actually get to one, I think, because I've got no idea. What have we got? 3. That's gonna be 4. We'll go for stand 5 then. With APIS, no bus, walk in. Hey, there's an IKEA in the background there. This is a great little scenery. APU's available, good. Let's get that nose light off as well for when we park. TCAS can come on automatics and standby. A big old tight turn here. Whee! Crikey, that's lucky. GSX forced itself some random jetties into there's a jetty in there. That can't be right. They're custom jetties though, because that one's got Welcome to Belfast on it. Right, anyway. I'll be curious to know, those of you with the scenery, if you have something similar. Don't remember it being there yesterday when I took a quick look. The only thing I've done is update GSX when we loaded in today. 3, 2, 1. Stop. Okay, let's park brakes set. Engine 2's already off, brilliant. Engine 1 off. Seatbelt signs. And beacon. Deboard.
Alpha City traffic Osprey 615 Papa going around.
Interesting, my speed brake's out, even though I retracted them. Crikey. Yeah, they're retracted. Have a good night. Yeah, very strange. I've got the yellow electric pumps on, haven't I? Oh no, didn't. Ooh, that'd be why. I thought I did. Let's force it. Yeah, most of them are down. So let's do New Sky first. Off centerline landing, fair enough. But decent with a short runway. Happy with that. Not really much to debrief. Very narrow margins there for profit at 14.008. And we've now got another flight ready to go. So we shall start this one immediately.
are going to be doing the right hand downwind. You will turn back for the island side.
Import next flight. GAC to KK. 26 minutes. We'll have to wait for that to finish. But we can do this in the meantime. Maybe 26 minutes is closer than I would like. Luke, do you have any keybinds? Ghost keybinds for like engines or anything like that sitting there? Cost index, I think 30, cruise 330. Winds. Jolly good. And then we can monitor disembarkation, but in the meantime we're going to have to get the engineers to look at those flaps. Got one touchdown. If I just go really high up first, I want to see how much they've actually created here. This looks like a very well detailed cityscape as well as the airport scenery. Nice little bit of water to the left hand side of the back of 04. There's Ian. And then we've got the Spirit Aero Systems factory as well, which is all here. There we go. We've got big old Docklands area, massive shipbuilding centre.
Belfast City traffic
backtrack.
Papa. At this time we're declaring a fuel emergency.
There's the IKEA.
On the right downwind for the ILS we will call turning base.
What else have we got? Not much else in the vicinity. Oh, the hangar looks okay. I think when you look up close, it's not all that by the looks of it. There was another developer, wasn't there, that created one of these? I can't remember who it was. Little balancing pond there. Yeah, tiny little airport this, look. Got the general aviation apron over here. Let's look at the tower to begin with. UK 2000, got you. Let's go quickly into the home. How are we getting on with disembarkation? Have we done it? How many people? Waiting for the old GSX pop-up.
615 Papa, turning base, ILS 22 will call turn final.
Is that the last person? Yeah, one person. Hurry up. We can't. Let's watch this takeoff. Want to get the next load on. Oh, let's use my Moser hat switch and see how we get on with panning. Because it was quite clunky, the wind control HOTAS that I had before. Not now, GSX. 1,700 meters of runway length. I think this is meant to be a CRJ. Oh, he's using all the runway. Nicely done. Well saved. Good effort. He's up. Great takeoff. Okay, JetSX boarding only. We'll load fuel instantly. Click, 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 click. Lovely jubbly. Cool. Right, what are we doing? Airport views. Let's go to the tower. It frustrates me about those spoilers that were stuck up. Gauss says MPS not far off than Hergy. Perfect timing. We'll still be exploring the airport. Once everyone's down, I'll then look into the keybinds. Whatever caused that weird switch off of engine 2 on touchdown, which is a bit worrying. And for some reason, it also wanted to go to maximum. It almost thought we were taking off, didn't it? Like, it kind of triggered a toga. Very strange. So this airport scenery, it's linked down in the description below. It's £12, so very reasonably priced, given its size. But you have to then add in VAT swiftly. In the UK, it's actually £14.39. So for it being quite a remote airport, not a very popular airport, shall we say? It's probably the best way to explain it. Maybe it's a little steep once you factor in the VAT. And these default cargo bins, I don't like seeing on payware scenery. Just make a custom container. What do you guys think? Not unreasonable to ask, is it? When they've gone to the effort of making what looks like a really nice, very good air conditioning system unit, why slap in a default cargo container? It makes no sense. Just lazy. And they've mirrored to that image, which looks like Google Maps, which is lazy as well. That's just very easily noticed if they'd QA'd that, which is disappointing. Yeah, you got to want to fly into here a lot to justify buying. They're all mirrored. Hey ho. Right, Zato's on the way, and that looks like a hell of a lot of rain coming in. Look at that. Jeepers, that's a lot of rain. Zato's approach number 2. We'll head over towards... Do you want to see Spirit Air Systems, or are you not too fussed? We just mainly look at the terminal buildings. Let us know in the live chat. I'll float towards the terminal for now. Catering's done. And for flight services are giving us the goods today. Nighthawk, we'll have a look actually, mate. It looks like that's what that's all supposed to be, but they look very generic, don't they? That's where I think the Bombardier and Shorts plants are meant to be, but we will have a look. It is, Matthias, yeah, it's great fun, isn't it? Bit of weather to get it challenging. Now Zato is literally doing this in an A330. 1,500 meters of usable landing length. Let's see how it gets on. Team Biscuit Gaming, we did indeed. Yeah, Spirits no more. Look at that, he's down. Great backdrop here with the factory, look. Great effort. He's cooked his brakes though. It's going to take about an hour to cool down, but we're all good. What have we got here? Some custom signage, looking good. Yes, it's the home of Titanic, isn't it? Here, Belfast. Like the Titanic Memorial, isn't it? Also, is it Titanic or is it QE or Queen Mary or something? Not sure. We'll have to Google that one. I think with this road being so close here, if you guys think differently, do let us know. Especially when they've put what looks like a football stadium in the background here, so you can see that just after takeoff, perhaps. What's that?
Clear for 122.
Don't know what it is. Some sort of sports ground. Yeah, they put that in the background, but yeah, let's put the road in then, because this satellite imagery just looks a bit slapdash, doesn't it? When it's so close to the airfield.
10 miles for landing runway 22.
And actually, yeah, IKEA looks quite nice. You've got the custom signage, big stand there, hovering up. But what do we got here? George's Best Belfast City Airport. In fact, we go up here. I want to see what the night lights look like, because the sign should be nicely illuminated. Look at this. Now it pops. Very cool. MPS is on final. We'll make sure we keep an eye out for him. Sydney, Aaron, I think, wasn't it? What's the latest with that, Living the Dream? Because I read that actually there was a sneaky little swap out. It's a conspiracy theory, I think, but a sneaky little swap out, and actually the Titanic wasn't the Titanic, it was its sister ship with its signs and things swapped out. Is that true? Who knows? Looks like a very repetitive interior. Shop full of sun cream, Christ. Yeah, really nice signs there, the night lighting. We'll just pan up here, come away. The apron lighting looks very good as well.
Belfast, city traffic was by Fahrenheit, 6 miles for landing runway 22.
GSX, weather. Oh, mind your eyes. Woo. Right, where is he? Probably living the dream. On that note, actually, I said to somebody, remind me actually, but they haven't yet. I actually met somebody yesterday or the day before yesterday who went on a mad one about, you know why it's so hot, don't you? I can't see MPS, where's he gone? Should be. Ah, there he is. Good. I was having a little panic then, thinking of something's going a bit wrong. Have a good night, Luke. Have a good one, mate. Enjoy the rest of the weekend. Yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, he was like, you know what, it's so hot, don't you? I was like, no, why? And he was like, because they've been out spraying. When you look up in the sky, you can see all the planes like spraying the atmosphere. And I'd have liked to have at that point seen a mirror up against my own face to see what my reaction would look like, because I find it very difficult sometimes to hide my my thoughts through my facial expressions. Like, if I think something's purely stupid, then you could probably read it from my face. so I have no idea, but this guy was totally committed to his weird view that every time you see contrails in the sky, he was a genuine like chemtrail idiot. I don't know how else to explain it. Just like pure stupidity. And in my head I was like, I'm just going to destroy this guy's thought process and talk to him about saturated air temperature and all the rest of it, but I thought better of it, because I'm trying to hopefully get an allotment slot from him, or from someone who knows. Nicely done, mate. Looked like you got hit by a bit of wind there, right at the last second of touchdown. Nailed the touchdown though. There's a lot of spray for an airport runway that's dry. Very well done. Thing is, I've not actually met anybody yet that believed in chemtrails. I thought it was something you'd see on like Reddit from people that would hide behind a keyboard. But no, this guy was actually genuine. Looking pretty decent. Nice little lounge area. And they've built this. They've built the interior, but they've not done the bit that feeds you out of the gate area. Look, which to me makes no sense, because if you can go through the, why would you not do that bit? That's a bit odd, isn't it? Anyway, this is apparently Starbucks. I can't see the place where you get your coffee from though. Where's the coffee hut bit? It's such a tiny airport, there's not really much to see here, but I think for what you get, it's definitely decent.
Belfast 6 traffic, was verified, taxi to gate.
EasyJet's down. Let's go this way. I'm going up because we've got to continue with our turnaround. What time did I say we were going to push for this second sector? Oh, in about 5 minutes, crikey. Yeah, it looks like that is the factory by the water. That should be Bombardier. But they've not put it in. Frost. I'm just looking around to get me bearings. Spirit Aero Systems. Yeah, and you got these here which are very generic as well. I've got no idea what they're meant to be. They look like some sort of cargo warehousey type manufacturing facilities as well, don't they? It's got some really nice parts to it, hasn't it? But again, like we've zoomed out now. Where's that little sports ground? Definitely can think they've got the Vauxhall plant in there in the backdrop. That's pretty cool. Looks like a massive sports stadium. Centre of the screen in the background. Is it a Vauxhall Stadium or is it a... Really, there's a JD Sports logo as well. Is that a sports ground again? Looks like a sports ground. Yeah, I feel like they could have put a bit more detail into like the cargo areas. There's Hergy. Closer than I thought. He's down.
Traffic Oscar 205, taxiing runway 225.
Glentoran Football Club. There we go. Thank you, mate. And for those of you who have got the UK 2000 scenery, what are your thoughts of this in comparison? I feel like they've missed out these sections here which could do with a bit more detail. I feel like there should be... Where's the Titanic Museum as well? Because that would be nice to see. But that's not been put in either by the looks of it. Hey ho. Certainly decent for the money. I've just been painting everybody with radar the entire time by the looks of it as well. Whoops. Right. Focus, focus. Let's get that yellow electric pump off. Keybinds. That was a big problem, wasn't it? So let's find engine master, wasn't it? Got to have been something to do with the throttle. Signed. So if that is set there, not inverted, maybe we turn that off as well. It's just one input, on, off. Oh, he broke it. Oh, that's looking pretty good. Cool. Right, so aircraft loaded. Mega 710 MCDU. Keep going to my between my legs. That's not there anymore. Okay, charts. Let's get round this pretty swish. So no departures at Belfast on the kind of preset charts. We're going to Pepod though, so that's our first departure out of runway 24. So we can just go in here, EGAC departure. Oh, sorry, runway 22. No SID. Insert. So a little discontinuity. Then we're going to turn left, Duffy. Could probably clear this actually. Like that, so we get like a natural turn in. Yeah, it looks pretty good. And then Gatwick in a little bit of time, about an hour and a bit from now. Arrival variable winds at 5 knots, 26 left.
Obviously, traffic Osprey 569, taking off runway 225 for Gatwick.
26 left. Disit 1 Golf. Via Willow. Return. Insert. So we've got Disit on Golf. Trying to mega multitask here. 26 left. Willow. Whoa!
Belfast City traffic, Osprey 149 November, taxi in 1. Belfast.
With this, yeah, they should do. Is that tail strike? Right, EGC, that's good. Oh, so if do other people, Matthias asking, so I missed a little bit earlier on in the chat. Observer mode, you're invisible to everyone else.
05, entering backtrack, tracking runway.
I missed the bit about observer mode, sorry. It's weird because the H&W cranes apparently should be visible. That's them there, isn't it? No, it's not. That's not them. The Sim Up 35 broke them. Because if you're looking from the tower, there's a screenshot of like the... Yeah, they're missing in the scenery. Very strange. I think the UK 2000 scenery is a bit better. I'll be honest. What do you guys think? Yellow cranes were there when I took off, I think Aaron said. So what, they only popped up when you got close? Interesting. Init A, Init B. Left page, let's get our performance. This is going to be really vital we do this properly. Flap 2. Now I'm going to put this into SimBrief's takeoff performance as well, because I'm just going to compare the two. This is saying flap 2 as well, FlyX A321. Okay, well let's trust the Fenix performance and we shall see what happens. Yeah, they're in the UK 2000 scenery because I've seen that before when I've checked that out previously. I don't know where that install's gone. I bought it a little while ago from somewhere. Right, performance page, that's done, that's all set. What are we? 102, so 1020. I think we're ready to go. First page is done, Init A, Init B. Jolly good, we'll keep the squawk as it is. That's all on auto. GSX, prepare for pushback and departure.
149 November, taxiing to holding point. Alpha 1 for...
Well, that's connecting. I'm hoping these flats and slaps go down. Hey, here comes Gav. Get to watch his landing. Let's see if they've done the interior down this bit. Yeah, it's a good interior, certainly for what you're looking at, for sure. For the price, it's okay. But there are some weird issues with the scenery that don't seem right. Really 5.
Thank you.
Like that random red chair. No idea why, but it is placed there anyway. That's all good. Plus 3 minutes. Have I started New Sky? Yep. Max spray. Oh, seriously. Stupid GSX freezing it up. What pushback do I want? Nose, left, tail, right. Yeah, it is that one. So I missed your rotation, that's really disappointing. Oh well. Seatbelt signs need to go on, that's all set. Beacon lights on. Belfast City Traffic Osprey 165, push start, facing east. Keeping an eye out for Gav, best as we can. Push and start already, crikey. Okay, ignition mode, start, engine 1. We've got VRAS fired up for the entire second sector, so... I've got like 1,000,001 add-ons that are on like FS Labs and stuff. Okay, this is perfect because we can watch Gav's touchdown whilst we are managing the jet. Close a load of these add-ons that I don't need. VRAS is in the background, good, that's what I wanted to check. Parking brake set. It's a lot of weather ahead of us. Matthias, yeah, pretty much, yeah, you've got to be comfortable flying on VATSIM, following all the procedures and bits. So I'm going to set 6,000. Engine 1 looks good. Engine 2 run. Thrust lever not idle again. Joffinek. We'll do the recalibration after engine start. Here comes Gav. He's in the mighty 737. That's weird. So with the Fenix cabin announcements you can hear in the background, if you click off for any reason, so I've just clicked onto Navigraph to make sure that's all sorted out, it cuts out. You've got to click back into the sim to get it active again. It's a strange bug. Here he comes. Ah, stunning. Perfect touchdown. Absolutely bang on the money. There he is. I'm going to put null zone of 5. Yeah, look, idle 0.001 for some reason. Flaps 2, ground spoilers armed. What have we got? Stupid things. It doesn't like to behave properly. For some reason. Give it a 5. I'll do. Crikey. Right, park brake off. Hey, taxi lights on, APU bleed off, master switch. That's all good. That's all set. Happy days. Let's hope that solves the problem. Ignition mode normal. Rudder trim reset 0. Belfast City traffic, Osprey 165, taxiing to the whole point 22.
And Belfast traffic, Osprey 2472, check the double 122 behind company traffic.
I've still got the Corona one. That shows I never use it. There we go, let's reset that bad boy, get it ticking over again. What the hell? Okay, we've got some problems with this. I'm going to clear this calibration entirely.
Belfast City traffic, Osprey 149 November, taking off from a 22 departure to the...
We've just got engine failure. Right, let's just sort this out. Watch this. I'm going to turn the APU on. We'll go from there. Nice. Okay, give us some juice. Add Belfast City traffic, Osprey 165. It's going to move off to the side near stand 9er. I've had an engine 2 failure. Something not right with these keybinds, but there's nothing else clashing with it that's being clicked. I don't get it. You guys get past if I'm at your way here. Right, parking brake. Let's look at these ruddy settings. Because this is very strange.
Belfast traffic, Osprey 24. We'll pass to the left of company traffic. Belfast.
I wonder if we got to take that off, the fuel valve stuff. Or it's got to have input repetition on, but then that doesn't make sense because that was working absolutely fine earlier with it switched. Worked fine for engine 1. So what is triggering the conflict? It's none of those. Alt V out A, shift them. Should be none of those either. Oh, how do I do it? Unbind, 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 unbind.
Belfast traffic, Osprey 2472, entering backtracking runway 22. Belfast.
Oh, actually, I wanted that. Bugger. Oh well. Auto start, got to keep that in just for safety. Zoom zooms, look slew. Add delete, taxiway points. Simples. Has anyone got any ideas? It'd be very helpful right now. Strafe and toggle run, that makes no sense. There's none of those. Toby 1, Toby 2, what the? I've only got one connected. There's got to be something in here. And that's not set to anything. And that's only set to those. So I get rid of that. Let's see if this gets rid of it. No, nothing else for any peripherals. Linked to throttles, bizarrely. Right, let's see what happens here. It's the second it goes into reverse. Let's get APU bleed on. That's probably part of the problem actually, because I think I forgot to turn the APU on. Put the bleed air on in the carnage. Let's see if it takes. Yes. Right. We're going to send it and see what happens regardless. Part break off. Belfast City traffic off spray 165's taxi into hold point Alpha 1, runway 22.
And Belfast traffic off spray 272, takeoff runway 22. Belfast.
We've burnt so much extra fuel. So the second it goes into the reverse detent, it seems to cut. Your engine start switch is on start. Yeah, but I'm still starting engine 2 at the minute. It's very strange, isn't it? Oh well. Sounds like engine 2's back on. Oh. Oh. He's up. Oh. Skimming the trees. I'm going to leave the APU on, just in case we do get an engine failure after takeoff. I think that'd be quite wise. We're going to burn more fuel, but so be it. Transponder, TARA.
And Belfast traffic off spray 2472, airborne just. Passing 1,400 feet, final call, Belfast.
Belfast City traffic Osprey 165's backtrack 22 via Alpha 1. Lights.
Approaching 2.
That's just a quick refresh of everything. Gonna do a recall check. Auto throttle off. That's fine. That should kick back in again in a wee mo.
On runway 04. 700 meter remaining.
Staying offset just to give myself lots of visibility for anyone that might be flying in on approach. Auto brake max. Make sure I don't forget little bits like this. Aaron says there's definitely something wrong with your EGAC install. I've just loaded back in and the cranes are there. What's weird is I installed it yesterday. in preparation for this stream. Light signs, APU's got to stay on because of what happened. We'll turn it off in the climb out. Interestingly, I've wiped the calibration because the calibration inside here seems to make my throttles a lot worse. I don't know what is wrong. Maybe there was an update overnight for the scenery. Aaron, have you got the Bombardier and, factory and stuff like that? And the Schultz factory? I'm a bit worried for this takeoff. This is a bit of a gamble now, given we've already had an engine failure. Just for calibrating throttles. Need as much of this as we can. Around we go, nice and tight.
On runway 22, 1,600 meter remaining.
It's going to scream at us as we accelerate. Right, engine 2, please stay on. Be really good of you. Weather radar on. Alright, that's all good. That's all set. Happy days. Okay, I think we're ready to send it, team. Strap in. This is going to be a bit hairy. Holding on the brakes. Belfast City traffic, Osprey 165's taking off from runway 22, Duffy Pepod after departure, Belfast. A little bit of crosswind. 50% M1, engines are stable. Brakes. FlyX SRS. Nav blue, auto thrust green.
Caution! Short runway. Short runway.
Speed's alive. I feel like this is always a toga departure. It's a bit of a gamble with it, but we're trusting the Fenix performance calculators. Here we go. V1 rotates. V2. Whee. Positive rate. Gear up. Yeah, I can't see any shipbuilding stuff. Thrust lever climb. We're going to get asymmetrical. We are. Autopilot 1 engaged. Let's deal with this because we had to just ever so slightly nudge that forwards. Where's the screenshot you've uploaded, Aaron? Flaps one. Okay, engines 1 and 2 are good. Let's go. APU off. Nice to switch off. Actually, I've got you on Discord. Stand by. Oh, look at that bit of rain there. Something not right with the sounds in this thing. Where's the engine roar? Flaps up. Maybe some update 5 has broke a few things. So many screenshots. Yeah, yours are in there. Interestingly enough. No Spirit bits though. Belfast City traffic, Osprey 165 is airborne, 3,600 feet passing Duffy, final call Belfast.
Ladies and gentlemen, please keep your seatbelts fastened.
Let's go standard pressure, actually going to go through 6 momentarily. Runway turn off, lights off, nose lights come off. Seatbelt signs off, why not? Yeah, a bit nervous for what's going to happen with the reversers. I've got this continuous issue seemingly with hardware keybinds, but I can't understand what's clashing. Look at that, wow. I mean, that looks properly realistic. Backtrack's good for our spacing as well, because we're a couple of minutes behind quite nicely. But Unicom all the way across the entirety of the UK by the looks of it. Let's go landing lights off as well. Yeah, you can hear the sound just kind of like stop. I wonder if they're going to have to patch this. JPF J12, welcome aboard. Eddie, nice. Which ones did you get? Aaron, thanks buddy, super generous. Donated a channel membership for the next month to one of you watching today. It's gone to Peter Rinderschbacher. Welcome to you. For the next month you've got channel membership courtesy of Aaron. Head to Discord, link your YouTube into your Discord user settings connections tab. You'll get access to our club lounge. And see, performance I'm finding pretty good so far, Ben. GSX I'm finding quite stuttery. When it's doing certain things, like it froze up a couple of times then, didn't it? But otherwise I'm finding performance fairly okay, but the weird keybind stuff, I have no idea what's causing this. Because the first time I got the wing control throttles, I loaded in and set it up based on the Fenix A320s. That keybinds setup doesn't seem to work anymore for some reason, and it is a complete match of what's on the Fenix knowledge base. So I don't know what's happening there. Mo's, Noes, have a good night. Thanks for watching. Has anyone else had a similar problem? Be interested to know. Aaron, yeah, you got the wing control throttles, right, and the pack. And see if you go engines on and you go to full reverse. So you go like say climb gate to simulate approach, and then you drop it down idle, thrust reverse. See if engine 2 cuts out. I have no idea how to fix it. because the keybinds that are set are the ones that are recommended to be used. And I've got it in on Wind Control Simat Pro. It's on single stroke double shaft, which is where it's meant to be for this, apparently. Oh well, we can get around these things. Ground spoilers, I forgot to disarm, whoopsie. There we go, they're back in now. Thankfully after the engine start they retracted as well, the outboard spoiler that was stuck up, so otherwise we'd have a very dirty flight back, burning tons of fuel. Isle of Man, we've not been there for a little while, Ronald's Way, and that's a really tricky approach as well, isn't it? Where is it? It's down there somewhere. In fact, there it is, right on the nose, in the centre screen. Always a tough one. I feel like the last time we flew in there was a load of carnage. Did Sato come in with his Vulcan? I think he did. I'm pretty sure he did there as well. Aaron, if you load in with the Phoenix with the throttles and everything works fine for you, my ask would be if you can share a screenshot of which mode your Simat Pro is in, and also share a screenshot of all of your signed keybinds for it if possible, and I can kind of compare the two and see where I've gone wrong. Look at that, Isle of Man looks stunning from here, doesn't it? Without zooming in, which your eye can't do in real life anyway. Look how amazing that looks. And the colours and the gradients of the hills. There is a scenery for the Isle of Man. I can't remember who. I think it's freeware on flightsim.to. But certainly the last time we used it was in MSFS 2020, I think. So Ronald's Way. Let's see. Yeah, MSFS 2020. There's a UK 2000 scenery as well, but there's freeware from Super Spud. Last updated 4 years ago though, so that's probably a bit dead now, unfortunately. So yeah, it looks like UK 2000 payware only. I'm in the IAEs, Aaron, today. I mean, the last bit when we were on the ground having the problem with the engine 2 start, that was me being Mr. Boeing pilot and cocking it all up, because it's been a while since I've been in here, and the engine 2 switching itself off threw me a little bit. But I'd basically, in my head, I'd turned the APU bleed on, but for some reason I hadn't. I think I just got distracted. But that's what sorted that out, so happy days. But I was thinking I was going to have to cross bleed. Live the Dreams sending over Oxfordshire for the Dissit 1 Golf. Yes, actually, we've got to start putting in the arrival data. So we've got Tower 124, 230. Set. Did you remember to update the DLSS file after the update? No. Do you have to do that? I think I use I can never say it in one go. DLSS swapper. Reset. Yeah, that's a good point. It will reset to the older version. So yeah, I'll need to do that. That's another thing to do. Then list of my things to do. So where are we at? Dissit 1 Golf. EGKK ground. ATIS 136. 525 136 525. Here we go. Let's get the ATIS. Info Oscar. Lovely, and then we'll monitor guard for the rest. So, charts, let's go, Bosch. Dealt with, let's go to here. So, Dissit flight level 200. Let's just go through the data here, make sure this is all looking pretty good. Dissit flight level 200, Kidley flight level 150, and then near to Midhurst through 10,000 feet. Tough Oz max speed 250 knots at 7,200 by the looks of it. And then we're going to be intercepting Willow. Interestingly, that's not quite correct. Because you should overfly Willow at flight level 70. That's preempting that we're going to descend to Willow and then continue back round to Mayfield. So if I just go to plan mode here, there we go. We'll leave it as it is because yeah, we're flying in on Unicom's. Charts are in the way. We'll leave it as it is. Unicom means we'll just have to self-vector and kind of fit in if it gets a bit busy. We'll just have to be a bit dynamic if it gets kinetic on the approach. That's all good. Mayfield 4000. So that's what that's going to look like. Mandatory 2000 at 8.5 DME, and that's that May 09. 2000, and then final approach. Looking pretty good. And then for the minimums, going to need to pop in to the box 296. Should we do flap 3 or full flap, folks? Let me know in the live chat what you want to see, and we will make it happen. 110.9, what's it? IWW 2563 degrees. Jolly good show. We passed the top of descent yet? No. So how was it when you went to full reverse, Aaron? So when I went to full reverse, for some reason they snapped to toga for a moment until I wiggled it back through idle, and then it went back into the reverse detent. But at that point, for some reason, it flicked the engine 2 selector switch to off, even though I'd not touched or done anything else. So I don't really know what caused that. Very strange. I don't know if that helps. Hopefully it does. But interestingly, do you have, for your Fenix, a calibration for your throttle, for the wing control throttle kit in the MCDU for the Fenix? Because I've had to clear mine for it to actually work, which can't be right. Crikey, he was closer than I realised, I think. Whoever that is. Can't see him anywhere. Yeah, that's what I thought it is, plug and play. Because when you calibrate it, for me it gets even worse. It's very odd because it was absolutely fine last week. I have no idea I haven't changed any settings. Let's plonk some fixed rigs in, shall we? We're going to go for the ILS radius 4 miles. We'll have inbound 257. .077 for the back course. There's not very much ATC online over the UK at the moment, is there? Given it's a Saturday. That's us passing Wrexham. A little airfield is down below. I'm just trying to identify it on a map somewhere. Nah, can't find it. No idea. Let's see. Elevatex. A couple of you folks have put some screenshots on. Let's have a look. Osprey 149 November. Okay, good. It's got the rainbow in the background. Can't get the words out in the second sector, can I? Crikey. That engine failure's really thrown me. That's all good. RF Shawbury, which means Cosford is here somewhere. Shifnal. Bam. I've got you. Shifnal Newport. There it is. Oh, we're flying over it. Many a memory there. Flying in and out of RF Cosford as a gliding instructor for the Air Cadets years ago. Superb, amazing RAF museum. A superb RAF museum there. Really, really cool. Looks like they've got a Hercules there actually now as well. Wow. There's the tennis courts. The sim has actually got that rendered in amazingly well. I still remember watching a C-17 land there. Tiny little runway. Superb machine, that C-17. Dropping off a decommissioned helicopter. I can't remember what it was, like a Black Hawk or something years ago. That's good. Living the dream saying that every sim update he worries, braces for the worst. Sim update 4 was a mess for him, but so far, touch wood, sim update 5 has been great. Yeah, I mean I'm quite impressed with sim update 5 personally. There's some weird gremlins with the keybinds. I don't know what's changed, but once you work it out, we can get around it. And it'll be something somewhere that's probably a lot simpler than I realise. That's hiding away. So, auto brake low is going to be good. Massive runway. I think actually, to be fair, flap config 3 is going to be quite useful for us today, so let's prep that. We'll land with flap 3. Config 3. We'll select that in the overhead panel as well to get GPWS flap 3 active there. That's on. The wing flex overhead that I'm using is really useful, but I don't use it for anything else other than A319, A320 and A321 flights. Beyond that, it has no purpose. It's a very, very specific bit of kit. You could probably use it for things like the A340, but the overhead panel on an A340 and an A330 is so vastly different to the A320 family, same with the A350 and A380, that you would have to kind of really get your head around what the different switches are and all the rest of it, but I don't know. Very strange. Canadian Flight Sim, did you install Chase Plane and then get it to reset its all of your keybinds for views automatically? Set 7,000 push. Manage descent. But it's just not recognising your Xbox controller at all. You see, I have nothing but problems with Xbox controllers in the sim. I have one, and I wanted to for years. I've had it for about a year and a half now. I've been trying to get that working with drone camera all the time, but I found every time I used it, the simulator would force a load of aircraft controls onto the Xbox. Even though I'd clear the keybinds, it would then put them back in again. It's just really strange. I couldn't get it to just fix on just the drone keybinds I was setting, so I've ended up not using it anymore. And I don't know how. I genuinely don't know how to fix it. I'm not techie enough for that sort of stuff. There's very little ATC online across the entirety of the UK. There is only ground and tower controllers online, with the exception of Stansted, who have got Essex Approach on. And that's it. You've got Manchester Ground, Heathrow Ground and Tower, Gatwick Ground and Tower, Edinburgh Tower, Stansted Approach, like Essex Approach, and then Edinburgh Ground, and that is it. There's no other controllers online anywhere across the entirety of the UK, which is strange for one of the biggest VATSIM divisions in the world, and some of the busiest airspace on VATSIM. Aaron says mine seems to be working fine, as in like you're about the Fenix A321 throttle or chase plane / Xbox controller. Oh, weird. And you're using single stroke double shaft on Simat Pro, is that right? Aaron, I appreciate you checking and taking the time, thank you, genuinely. Because it happened the other day, you guys are going to see it on my Moser Flight Stick review. And it was absolutely fine, but for some reason, the second I touched down, the engine 2 didn't cut off, I don't think, but the reversers went into like toga. It was bizarre. Aaron, thank you for those settings. I think I've spotted a couple of differences already from what I've got. That's different to... Yeah, they're different settings actually to the ones that Fenix say on their knowledge base, interestingly enough. It's only throttles 0 to 100%. I've been using just the throttle 1 axis based on what their knowledge base article says, so that's really interesting. And yeah, the wing thing running in the background and single stroke double shaft, yeah. Maybe I just need to recalibrate. In fact, that's super helpful, thank you very much, genuinely. There's some differences there with the settings that I've noticed, so got something to work with. Yeah, see, I had a different set of settings, and I can't remember what they are. They weren't too different to the knowledge base, but because then of what happened with the Moser flight, I then went and reset it, or I wiped them all, and then I started again with the knowledge hub. This it level 200. That's Alt capture for the constraints. Look how precise this is. Bam, over dis at 200. It's not pulled out of the rate of descent because it's nailed it. It's just going to adjust the rate of descent now to match the VNAV profile to get to Kidley at 150. Heading over Oxford's Kidlington Airport. Oh, there's an Easy 4 Mike Alpha that's going to Jersey that's squawking 7700 and A319. It's just entered the hold after departure out of Gatwick, and it looks like it's diverting back. Right in front of Ascot 2205, which is Scott. What's going on with him? What frequency is he on, more importantly? 124230.
Upload 4, Papa Mike, further environment Unicom, to do the FlyX back.
Oh, his emergency squawk is gone now. Who the heck is that flying at me? Birmingham to Reyes. Okay, so he's climbing out and he's now level. Where's he at? Any second now, I feel like he's going to go whoosh. There he is. Oh my goodness. Ah, it's Ryanair. Thing is, we're descending, he's climbing. It's always good to try and spot them though, to deconflict. Level 150. Insert, just passing Reading, and he's got Speedbird Concorde 4 heading out to JFK right below him. Right over the top of him actually. Yeah, basically when we touch down again, we're probably going to have a real problem with the engines and the reversers. So it might be that we touch down and idle the throttles and then just use manual brakes. We're going to get them real hot, but it might be we try and get them into idle reverse and then just let them sit in idle reverse. We'll just see what happens. So my plan is touch down, zoom out and look down a little bit, And I just want to see them click like that. Going to be a bit tough whilst trying to maintain a centre line, but I want to just see them click into idle reverse and sit there. Auto brake low. 13,000. Overhead's looking good. We've got loads of fuel because the diversion for some reason is parasoly. I left it in there just in case we had issues, so we had loads of fuel on board. So we're very good in that department. And the weather meta in the live chat. Should show a 7 knot crosswind left to right and now a 2 knot tailwind for 26 left. So some tricky conditions forming. It's definitely not sunny Oxfordshire anymore anyway, that's for sure. It's pretty cloudy at the moment. We're heading over Reading, that's Reading down below there. City off. You can see the M4 motorway routing across towards London, heading off that way. And there's Heathrow, off in the distance. Draw distance definitely looks a little bit more washed out for sure. Heavy Ranger at 5. Why's the commands not working? There we go. There's the weather for you. Variable winds, bit of a tailwind. QNH 1013, which is very nice. Matching standard pressure. Got a lot of that lately. ATIS. And we've got information Oscar still. That is a lot of weather. We're going to get more drag pop up on the PFD in a second. Peter, what's the ILS for 26 left? Well, that is in the frequency. 110.9, and the inbound course is 257 degrees. A little bit of traffic on the TCAS there as well. Bit of rain to the right, look at that. Dave's having a right old look. I mean, that's insane, look at that, that's fantastic. That's new. Look how superb that is. That's a proper body of water in the sim. trying to look at what's happening around us on like Elevatex, etc., so I can work out who's going where. Because there's a Euroflyer that's entering the hold by the looks of it, or has gone in transition via Willow. Jay's going straight to Midhurst to sequence them correctly. So I'm just trying to make sure we kind of fit in quite nicely behind Ian. This is a lot of weather. Look at this. Yeah, Peter, it's intense though for scenery, isn't it? Right. Signs. Lights. He's climbing away, so he's no factor. What have we got? We'll set 4,000. Let's set 4. It's the cabin announcement. The big throbbing thing on the left-hand side of the Moser stick is really in the way. It's quite increasingly uncomfortable the more I'm using the stick, and that's what really lets this stick down.
Cabin crew must now be seated for landing. Thank you.
Beyond that, it's amazing.
Hi, Captain. The cabin is now secure for landing.
What's up? Done. Also, we've got tower online. Won't tune into them just yet. It might be that Ian's going to sequence from Holly straight to Mayfield if he's got his performance right, and if he can sequence in nicely. And if he does that, we will do the same because we're in a nice pocket behind him without anything else. Look at this weather. Definitely looks improved. I mean, look how superb that looks. Mega. Gatwick traffic, Osprey 165 is passing Midhurst, level 80, descending 4,000 inbound, Holly. Set path's pretty good. Oh, that's a lot of red. Look at that. We'll be going through some of that. Let's get the anti-ice systems on just to be safe. TAT, SAT and ICE are all in the pluses though, so it shouldn't be an issue, but you never know with these clouds. It's the pea soup.
Andy, French Shuttle 140 is going 160 for traffic.
Wow, that's dark. Standard pressure. Let's go out through transition now. Same QNH there, 1013. 24230 is preset. IWW 110.9, 12 miles. Okay, that's good, that's reading. That jet there is climbing. He's just taken off. Could actually potentially be in conflict with us in a moment, actually. Because he's a couple of miles out. Go, now he's coloured in, look. Now he's a threat. Just going to be a bit more decisive here. Increase my rate of descent. Level. We were not going to see him in this. Jeepers. Okay, let's increase this rate of descent. 1800 feet per minute, speed brake. Good, that's better. Yeah, it's matey. No idea why. We're about to find out in a second sector if it's going to do it again. There's no keybinds whatsoever though, causing the clash. This is strange. That threat's up here now, thankfully. But we have ended up descending slightly lower than we intended, but that's all good. We're going to go direct to Midhurst. Mayfield, sorry. Yeah, it really threw me when it happened. I basically had to slam on the brakes at Belfast. And then get the crew to bring a change of trousers. Cool, next is speed 220. Gatwick traffic, Osprey 165's passing Holly, 4,600 feet, QNH 1013, direct to Mayfield for the ILS 26 left. Just leave it nav for now. We're below the weather, that's always a good thing. Get the anti-ice systems off, lights and signs are all set. Give the chime in the back. Did you do a second sector to see if it did it again? Out of curiosity. No worries at all, mate. Have a good one. Thanks for flying along. Glad you've enjoyed the sectors today. Let's get rid of the music and go sterile. So we're descending lower than we intended to, but we had to because that aircraft decided to just kind of climb on out on the departure. Interestingly, if we'd have stayed at level 70 to do the little procedural turn at Willow, we would have really clashed with him. At sort of around Holly, so there was no win either way with that departure sequencing. But we're all good, on track. Super slow descent here towards Mayfield. And then we want 2,000 by the next. Let's go, that's good. Do love this new weather system. New chase plane update seems a lot more stable as well. Cool, we are ready to go. LS mode's on, ready for the ILS. Ground spoilers on, speed check, flap 1. Order brake low. This is live weather, Caleb, but default. I don't add any, haven't added recs or anything like that to it. I haven't felt the need to, if I'm honest, either, because like the live weather system I find in the sim is simply pretty good anyway. Certainly since Sim Update 4, I think it's genuinely been quite amazing. I mean, look at that for a weather system there. You can see where the rain's falling towards the ground out the sky. It's pretty amazing. Oops, 2. Do 1200 feet per minute. It's going to be good for managing the energy a little bit. Keeping the speed up because I've got some people behind. Gatwick traffic Osprey 165 is going to be establishing for the ILS 26 left momentarily. Currently left base with 5 miles to go before the turn. I'm going to be changing to tower frequency 124230 Gatwick. Zero ambiguity as to my location there.
2,500.
Check.
Time of the passing, speedboat that's departing full left, runway 26 left, I'll line up about 5 Bravo 1 behind.
Looks like Gatwick is in the rain. Might be able to use my wiper blade switches on my wing flex overhead. Very exciting.
They go C6 left, either 8059.
180, speed check, flap 2.
Right on Juliet, I'll show right now.
290 for the turn, give us a 30 degrees-ish intercept. Approach mode armed. Let's head on down. I do like flying into Gatwick, it's pretty epic. Looks like the airfield's there. Yeah, in the rain, epic. 180, locks captured. Gatwick Tower good, afternoon Osprey 165, information, Oscar's on board, 2000 established, 10 miles, ILS 26 left.
Osprey 165, Gatwick Tower, hello, continue approach from the 26 left, number 1, surface winds 150 degrees, Canada.
Roger. Set. That's all good. Slow down, 160.
46, Hotel Lima, remaining 26 left, surface winds 150 degrees, 7 knots, takeoff.
Flap 3 is going to have us nicely set up.
762 behind the departure, you get A319, fire Bravo 1, line up from the 26 left behind.
Behind me, starting traffic, line up away, 051.
You heard 9027, correction. You heard 8059, no further ATC. Further climbing at Unicom, 122 decimal 8, bye bye.
122 decimal 8, 8059, thank you, goodbye.
Okay, climb to 3000 straight ahead until passing 2000 feet or 1 DME. inbound, whichever's later, then turn left, heading 178 as directed. That's the missed approach. Coming up to 6 miles. Oh no, there's one departure ahead. There's one departing now, plus an intersection departure, so we've got to be ready for the go around.
Listen to 762, runway 26 left, distance 150.7 knots.
Flight slopes alive, let's go gear down.
Osprey 2472, contact Gatwick ground 121.540, goodbye.
121.540, approximately 2 long weekend, bye.
Bye.
Preset that ready to go on my comms. Jay. Do it. Okay, let's go manage the speed. Landing memos no blue, gears down 3 green, or brake low.
Hold out.
Look at this weather. That's fantastic, isn't it? Look at that.
165, runway 26, left, 140 degrees 9 knots, 29.
26 left, clear land, Osprey 165. Let's get her in. 9 knot crosswind. Slight variable with up to 2 knot tailwind for us to play with. But all good. We're in the Phoenix.
Approaching 26 left.
13 knot crosswind. Cheeky bugger. Let's just give us a little bit of sync that.
At all stations, fortunately, I have to go. I have a prior engagement, and there's nobody relieved me yet. So instead of Unicom for everyone, I'm 122 right. I hope you have a safe flight and catch you in time. Bye bye.
Navigate, communicate, and doing it after.
Just to clarify, Gatwick Tower is now closed. I'm on Unicom 122 right. Bye.
Tailwind's just switched into a
100.
Crosswind's about to switch into a tailwind.
Minimum 50, 40, 30, 20. Retard.
Way cheeky.
Auto brake off.
Okay, manual brakes it is. Engines seem okay this time around. Very strange. Knots. Echo Romeo. Three seconds, APU start.
Approaching runways.
And Gatwick traffic. Osprey 165 is vacated on Echo Romeo.
Processing south.
Right, we go.
Start approved, face south, speedbird 1311.
Have a little wing flex. RMP TARA buttons dislodged. I'll put that back on to turn the transponder off.
Sierra Juliet, hold short of Papa.
Weird, it worked fine that time with absolutely zero issue, eh?
Left. 1,200 meter remaining.
Look at that. Epic. Tailwinds definitely make things a bit spicy. Navigraph currently shows a 4 knot tailwind.
122.8, Golf Africa, thanks for service, bye.
Garrett Ground, good afternoon. Osprey 165's vacated 26 left towards Romeo.
Osprey 165, Garrett Ground, hello. Thanks, straight ahead, hold short of Romeo.
Continue ahead and hold short Romeo, Osprey 165. APU's available, switch that on.
5294, readability 5.
Smoking is not
do we get our things to you? There's no delivery.
On behalf of the captain and the crew,
Hey, son.
it has been our
Hello, Gatwick ground, Delta
LS.
2, 942 at gate 51 on board 361. With information on the requesting plane speed. John F. Kennedy,
Delta 5294 cleared to John F. Kennedy, November 1 X-ray departure, Squawk 3521, QNH 1013.
Clear to the John F. Kennedy airport.
I'm going to put it in reverses again, see what happens. Yeah, look, there we go, look at that. Weird.
Information Oscar, need to repeat our squawk for Delta 294.
Squawk 3521.
Engine 2's fine though. There's definitely some gremlins there.
Squawk 3521.
Ooh, it's a rejected takeoff.
Delta 5294, read correct, break, easy 4 rates, 1
30 meter remaining on runway
Thanks,
08
Papa,
left.
Alpha November.
On runway
Alpha 3,
08
Papa,
left.
Alpha November.
What ferries? Gav, have a good night, mate. Hope you enjoyed the 2 sectors. Thanks for flying along.
165, taxi left on Romeo, hold short of Lima.
Left Romeo, hold short Lima, Osprey 165. Mega spray. Left Romeo, hold Lima. Have a great weekend, Gav. If I can do Monday, I'll get it preset tomorrow, hopefully. Jack, yeah, I've got single stroke.
Station calling, readability 5, break easy 4812, nothing further on if you come on.
Because that's one of the things, if you have it on double stroke, it tends to do that. But for some reason, I've got it set to single stroke and it's still doing it. It's very peculiar. Let's get rid of the weather radar. Yeah, I really can't put my finger on why it's doing it. Maybe I need to recalibrate my wing control throttles.
Roger, Oscar Echo Foxtrot Victor Sierra, cleared to Lugano via the Bogno and X-ray departure, Squawk 2,
Hold short Lima.
5 QNH 1013.
Oh, epic. There's a BA 787 coming out. Wrong terminal though. We'll let them off. Top airline that.
Correct.
Yeah, that's epic. He hasn't given me a stand yet. Hey, look at that, legends.
Atlantic 51, standby, break signal 1311, taxi.
That looks tight.
Point Alpha 3, runway 26 left, via Quebec Alpha, Lima, Papa, and Alpha November.
Okay, park brake on, taxi lights off. We're going to go...
Taxi Alpha 3 for 26 left via...
Yellow electric pumps on. Landing flap 3 mode off. We're going to go engine 2 off.
Say again, taxi routing.
Quebec Alpha, Lima, Papa,
Ooh,
Alpha
hot brakes.
November, hold Alpha 3.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Quebec Alpha, Lima, Papa.
So now we're sitting, we should start to see
Alpha
like brake
November,
soak, like the heat
Alpha
soak
3 for 26
potentially, but we've put the
left,
fans on, so we're
Bird
pushing
131.
air over them to try and cool them down. Right, so that left one that's only just gone into the kind of amber band should start to cool down shortly. Sort itself out.
Atlantic 51. Atlantic 51 cleared to Lugano via the Bogno and X-ray departure, Squawk 5477, QNH 1013.
Lugano, Bogno 1 X-ray departure, Squawk 5477, QNH 1013, Squawk 51.
Squawk 51, just repeat, squawk please.
5477.
Atlantic 51, read back correct. Osprey 165. 165, continue taxi stand 555 via Lima, Quebec Alpha.
Continue taxi stand 555 for Lima, Quebec Alpha, Osprey 165.
Gatwick ground, ATN 79, ready for
Single engine
start
taxi.
on gate 18.
Don't forget to hit the like button today, folks, if you've enjoyed today's 2-sector live stream.
Face east, ATN 79.
Big thank you to everyone wherever you are in the world for tuning in. Thanks to our air traffic controllers here at Gatwick. You've been fantastic, both ends.
Officer to Sierra taxi uniform Juliet for short of Papa. Call 51 stand 174, pushing Southborough facing south.
Yeah, it is always spicy. Another 20 minutes I think we'll be in the rain.
Delta 5294 stand 51, pushing Southborough facing west.
Facing west, sir.
Now stand is 555. We started at 557, so that's pretty good. We're almost bang on where we were. Ah, fair enough, Jay. I won't worry about it, mate.
Speedbird 1311, nothing further, 122, decimal here.
554.
1228.
Tag 555. Nose lights off. Just double check APU's all on.
That would sound good date, easy 265.
We'll keep a bit of the momentum for the turn because we're on single engine. It's only 8 knots.
Gatwick ground, ATN 79, around taxiway Juliet, facing east, ready for taxi inspections.
79, taxi order point Mike 1, runway 26 left.
This MKVY freeware Gatwick is just superb. I love it.
Taxi
So
via
amazing.
Mike, holding point Mike 1, runway 26 left, ATN 79.
Tiny little bit of power just to keep us moving. 2 meters. Stop. Park brakes on. Set, set, set.
Hello, go ground.
Engine 1, selector off.
Go free, ready. Taxi to stand.
That's all good, that's all set, that's all off. Very good parking. Yay.
Taxi Foxtrot Romeo, Juliet, Romeo.
Beacon off.
Correction, Lima, stand 53.
Oh, it's already done it. Beautiful.
Cabin crew disarm doors.
Nice.
Stand 53 via Foxtrot, Romeo, Juliet,
Let's
Romeo, Lima.
check out New Sky for the scores.
79, nothing further, mind you, come on to do this late here.
12 Unicom, ATN 79.
9.61. Oh, I'm really trying to get my get used to this Moser flight stick being on the left. That's our little log for today. Beautiful little self vectors in. Small profit again, 12.033 for Osprey Airways. I'm happy with 9.61. It's a good score. Average touchdown, normal conditions. Yeah, it wasn't spicy, it was spicy enough. And not too bad, 15 minutes behind schedule, but can't be helped because of the weird gremlins that we dealt with on the turnaround into Belfast. Nelson Off-Road, thanks for subscribing to the channel, welcome on board, matey. Well, that's it from me for today, guys. Massive thank you to all of you for flying along wherever you are in the world. I hope you've genuinely enjoyed the last few hours. The 2 sectors flying up to the new FlyX simulation Belfast City Airport. All the links are in the description below if you want to get your hands on it, or any of the other add-ons showcased today, including this amazing freeware Gatwick from MKVY. Welcome to all our new subscribers as always, and where is it? Aaron as well for gifting a channel membership for the next month as well. Very appreciative of your generosity as always, along with your time, and those of you who are our air traffic controllers volunteering to give us a very immersive experience on the VATSIM network. Keep an eye over the next, hopefully the next couple of hours, maybe if not tomorrow morning, if I can do Monday for a stream flying Windhoek to the rather tricky yet amazing island of St. Helena, then I'll get that preset as soon as I possibly can. If you're in our Discord server, you'll see it announced in our live stream section as well. But in the meantime, as always, thank you very much for flying along. Hit like, hit subscribe, and have a great weekend. Take care. Thanks for watching.